Hi guys, it's me again. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find a good angle for my camera. Again, as usual, sometimes it's really not easy, to find an angle. You just have patience with some of us. What do you think of my katop? It looks like a cake. These are one of the things that I normally buy from charity shops. You go to charity shops to look for really weird stuff. If you remember, your grandmother used to wear kinds of like tops like these, but they're warm, eh? Now this is the time you realize why they even used to wear them, because they're so comfortable and so warm. So, it's going well for you. Today I'm home. You can see bicycles in the background over there. There are people here who love to ride bikes. And yeah, I'm at home today. So, this morning, first of all, let me introduce myself to those people who don't know me. I'm Maureen Wangati Nyebo, or African Queen Mo, okay? Otherwise, Mo on the go. I just like anything to do with oh. I'm a bubbly personality, and so if you don't like bubbly people, don't be over here because you're going to get irritated. Because one thing I discovered is that actually there's some people who don't like it when people are laughing or happy or smiling. They don't like it. They just want people to be miserable or serious, very serious. No. This is not the channel. If you're looking for serious people, we're just going to sit there and be so serious and gloomy. Sometimes I will be serious about specific topics, but most of the time I just like to be happy, and I like, just to take things light, because the way I reason is that we're here, all of us, on a journey. Life is already quite challenging as it is. So just finding little ways to make yourself happy, little things to make you happy, what's wrong with that? Let's just smile. Let's be happy. Let's smile. First of all, I'm smiling because my voice is coming back slowly. You can hear. Guess what? This morning, hey, so you know that I passed my exam. I passed my theory test, and that thing was a beast. It was so difficult. It was such a difficult test because I realized that there are some questions that you will never ever see in the practice tests, but they bring them anyway. And that's why I don't believe in multiple choice questions, because my issue is, after all, we're in the digital age where you can look up any information you want. They should allow you to use anything, because in real life situations, you will always look up the right answer, So I don't actually see anything wrong with having open book exams. Really, I just don't. Most important thing is that you know how to research and to find the information. This idea of memorization, wherever that came from, doesn't make any sense. It just takes up space in the brain, which really could be doing other things. So anyway, fact is, I passed the exam and I was very happy about it. So I got a little bit confident and I decided, let me try and see if I can go and pass the driving test now. Because right now I'm driving on my international license. You're allowed to drive for a year on your international license if you've been away from the country periods, So I've been driving on that, but the insurance is very, very high. So I'm trying to see how to bring it down by trying to get a full British license. Of course, whichever country that you go to, it's important to actually have the license for the country that you're in, because it just means that they have more confidence in you in terms of use of the road and road safety. And there are habits that we have grown, accustomed to driving in different parts of the world, if you have been driving in different places of the world, that might not be applicable here, okay, or that might be seen as faults here, or even, even for example, as a learner driver, you will always notice that the people who already have their licenses are breaking the law everywhere. They don't use their indicators, they don't signal, they abuse people on the road, they shout expletives and things that you're not supposed to do in theory, but anyway, it happens. So today in the morning I decided, wow, it's so difficult to get a space to actually take a test in the UK. I wondered to myself, do these people actually want people to take the test? So I wondered to myself, do these people really want people to pass this test? Does this country of the UK want everybody to be using public transport and want to deny everybody the chance to drive a car? I think that in general, the UK is extremely controlling society and extremely classist. So what they want is only a certain category of people to be driving, okay? We are in British, we have to have a British license, okay? And British beef and British this and British that. And, they take it a little bit too far, these people. Because I really believe in egalitarianism. Because when you have a card, you have access to jobs, you have access to work opportunities, which are, situated farther away, and therefore the competition is less. So you have opportunity to drive. actually having a driving license is almost like a class thing in this country. And that's one thing I really do not like about this UK culture. It is extremely classist. And I realized that actually this is where we in Africa, especially places like Kenya, this is where we got this class system. Always wanting to be upper class, middle class, lower class, what class. And then they actually have the nerve to talk about Indians, who have the caste system. This is a caste system in the UK. It's a class system, it's a caste system, it's a system that either upgrades you or degrades you. Okay, and even within the royal family, you see it. You see that they're treating somebody like Prince Harry very differently from the way that they'll treat somebody like Prince William. And that's true, because Prince Harry is married to who, and Prince William is married to who, so they're trying to make sure that people do not become equal. As much as it looks on the outside like they're trying to equalize people, it's actually not true. And you'll find that you'll experience this a lot in the UK, and it can really irritate you. You understand what I mean? I won't go too much into depth in that, but anyway, this morning I decided, let me go and try and get my driving license. So, you see, first of all, to actually even get a space, to actually get the space to actually book a test is almost impossible. They have backlog of like about 3 months. So what does that mean? It means that even if you buy a car, it's like you can't drive it if you don't have any other way to drive it. Yeah, you just have to sit there and take buses, and the buses themselves, these guys are going on strike, train drivers are going on strike, buses, you never know, they're not reliable at all. And then the weather is so harsh. So what it does, it makes people stay in their homes, and it makes it very difficult for people to move around. And it's really unfortunate because you find that their quality of life is so poor compared to people who are living in developing countries who can get out and walk around and take a bus and take a matatu, take a minibus, because they're everywhere. They stop almost at your gate. But now you have to walk such a distance to get to the bus stop and stuff like that. So anyway, to cut a long story short, let me not get into that. Last night, I managed to get a slot where when people cancel, the only way to expedite, to try to increase the rate at which you're probably going to find a space is to look and see whether maybe a space opens up. And usually it will open up when some people have cancelled, have said that they're not going to be able to come. So I managed to find 2 spaces yesterday, and I had to coordinate them with the guy who actually would take me the driving test. So because he's working and he has to have had a license for quite a few years, blah 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 blah. Today he was free, and so he was able to take me in the morning. So he took me in the morning. We could not vlog it because, as you know, that's kind of, first of all, it was raining heavily. It was like 8 in the morning, still dark. Not easy to take video of that. And also, I just don't want to combine things to do with videos and tech and exams and things like that, because you never know, something can go wrong. So we went for the driving test anyway. When I went to the driving test, as soon as 3 driving instructors walked in, and we were many of us in the waiting room, and of course the person who was first of all, it started with a male, a white male, a white female, and then a Chinese male. These were the 3 instructors that came walking into that place. And who do you think I got? The first one said, I don't know, some word, he took some guy. The second lady, she took some lady. And the Chinese guy called me. And as soon as he called me, we looked at each other with this guy and went, oh no. I just knew. Because you know how the Chinese are generally, or people, we have this idea that people who have that background will not want to actually give people like us, licenses. They'll make it very, very difficult, or they'll be difficult teachers or instructors, people who might not be very, I don't know. I just felt a disconnect immediately from the guy. So we started, I decided, let me not judge, let me just go. He asked me to come, and he was very formal, blah, 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 which is your car? So that's my car. So, we went to the car, and then he told me, so could you tell me where the horn is? You won't believe, you guys, I didn't know where the bloody horn was, Actually, I knew, so he says, can you show me where the horn is? I said, yes, it's here. So I pressed it, but guess what? It wouldn't even work. The horn refused to work, you guys. I was like, Haria, what's wrong with this thing? How can the horn not work on a car? This is the horn, and it's not working. It didn't work. So I panicked. I actually panicked at that point, because I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't be driving a car without knowing where the horn is, or with it failing. That's just ridiculous. And then the next thing he asked me was the same question that I failed in my theory test. As if they even know which questions that you actually fail in your theory test. So he asked me about how I would know that my tires are ready to go, that they're in good order. So I told him about the tread, I told him about the weather, the type of tire, and then I also told him that they have to have the amount of pressure, the right amount of pressure. And then he also asked me how deep should be the tread. And guess what, guys? I had not revised that. I said, is it supposed to be about 3 millimeters? He says, no, it's 1.6. I said, guy! Now I knew I had failed. Even before I had even started the car, I had already failed my test. Failed, kabisa. And I knew in my heart that probably this guy already doesn't have confidence in me. Even if I've been driving since I was 19 years old and I've never caused an accident, even if I've been an excellent driver in Kenya, in the US, I've been driving, I have those 2 licenses. I mean, I could just feel that this guy was not going to be comfortable with me. And then, of course, other factors, as you know. So, guys, I got so sad, But anyway, I started driving, and we're driving, and then, I was indicating okay, changing lanes okay. And then I got to the point where I realized it looked like a main road, but it wasn't. This road actually was 20 kilometers per hour. Okay? 20 kilometers per hour. But I was going at like 25. And the guy tells me, oh, you know what? He overreacted. The guy overreacted. Hey, you know what, Maureen? This is a 20 kilometers. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Because I did not see the sign. Because according to the theory test, guys, when you're driving, the theory test tells you that any road which is not an, a residential area, where you see street lights, you automatically assume that it's 30 kilometers per hour. Okay? That's the speed limit within the town and area. If you don't see like a 20 sign, because 20 signs are usually put in places which are high residential area. So this area is not high residential at all. So, but it was actually at 20 kilometers per hour. So it was like a trick. I felt like the guy tricked me and I was really upset because I was like, there was no sign anywhere for 20. But by the time he was telling me, the 20 was now approaching up front. Okay, so where I came from, there was no sign and I had checked very well. On the road, on the ground, everywhere I had checked and all I saw was just street lights. So I assumed it was 30. So I thought, let me go at 25. Because again, if you go too slow. So let me tell you, it's almost like a no-win situation. It's like you cannot win. If the guy doesn't think that you're qualified to drive, he'll find so many ways to strike you off. So many ways. So he gave me 2 serious warnings, and one of them was the fact that he asked me to stop, okay, on the side, to find a place to stop, which I did properly, and close to the curb as possible, I did. And then, as I was heading off, of course, you put on the indicator, and you turn your head. Okay, you look at the mirror, and you turn your head. According to him, he said I did not, and I know that was not true, because I did. But I said to myself, who watches these people? Nobody watches him. Who is watching him? I wished I had a camera inside the car to actually prove that actually I was taking cognizance of my blind spots. Because, by the way, blind spots are so important. You need to check blind spots when you're driving. Yeah, when you're driving, when you have your hands on the wheel and you're turning right, or you're getting onto the road, not only do you use your mirrors, your 2 side mirrors on the top one, you also have to turn and look at the blind spot. He actually said that I did not look at the blind spot, and I did. I was deliberate. In fact, the guy who took me there told me, remember the blind spot. I said, yes. So I looked at the blind spot, but it's his word against my word. Because you have to realize that the driving test is a subjective test. It's not objective at all. It's his decision whether he's going to pass you or not. And I've also seen driving instructors pass people who should not be passed. So, I felt bad because I spent my 62 pounds, okay, on the driving test and failed it. But if you think about the classes, like the classes I wanted to take, they're like over 500 pounds just to take 10. They tell me that I have to book a minimum of 10 classes. What do I need 10 driving classes for? That's crazy. I said, I'm going to do as many tests as possible. I'm sure by the 4th or 5th test I'll pass it. So here I am frustrated. You people are very frustrated. But anyway, because of that, I came home and I decided, I just decided, no, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go and look for coffee and drink. And yet, I brought coffee from Kenya and I was wondering, why am I going out there to look for coffee when I have coffee right here from Kenya? So guys, I want to show you the coffee that I actually drank today, yeah? Just a sec. Don't you just love this top? It's so cute, but it's a little bit big for me. Yeah, one of those things that I bought here in a charity shop. So look, this coffee here. It's so lovely. It's called Organic Rich Roast. and bold and intense. Boy, Kenyan coffee. I'm so proud of our coffee, by the way. It's so good. So this is loose coffee. I just boil it. And then I also brought other things, of course, from Kenya. And then there's this other coffee here as well, which I had actually bought for my son's. It's from Java House. Grade AA Kenyan coffee. And of course I have the regular tea bags. You know, ketepa, you have to have ketepa tea bags. All together with a Kenyan bag. So I'm very Kenyan here, guys, too. Yeah. So I went and bought coffee, but the only thing I added to it was a bunch of cookies, which I didn't really like. I only had like half of one. I didn't quite like it. So, yeah, I went, and what I decided instead, I sat somewhere in the car, and I just like, you know, I was like a bit down because I had not passed my test. He told me that he didn't pass me this time. I said, okay, sawa tu, nitafanya nini? Nothing I can do. So what I did is I went to look for, I decided, let me go and see if I can look for something else just to make me happy. I wanted to have coffee. Then I said, no, I bought cookies instead of buying coffee. Then I went into a charity shop, and I shopped at a charity shop, guys. Yes. I went into a charity shop, and I said, yes, this is what's going to make me happy, and here is my shopping haul. I'm going to put it on the chair so that you can see what I have. Now I'm going to bring this a bit lower. Yeah. So, never mind the bag. So this is my shopping haul. I know many people talk about shopping hauls and stuff, and I usually like, what is all this haul about? Why should I be showing off what I'm buying and things like that? But that's because these things are secondhand. So I bought a few things which were quite nice, actually. So these are the kinds of things that you can get from charity shops in this country. These are two bowls. In fact, they are ceramic. Very beautiful bowls. Microwavable, dishwasher and microwave safe. 4 bowls. Blue ones. Not necessarily my color, but do I care? When I'm eating, do I really care? All I know is I can put it in the microwave and they're quite okay, yeah? They have a little bit of lines in them, but there are 4 of them, and guess how much I paid for them? Only £1 for the whole set of 4 microwavable bowls. So, that's one. Now that is what I call a shopping haul. Proper shopping haul, guys. I also bought some cups, yeah? I also bought some cups. You see these cups? Pretty cups, yeah? Pretty cups with butterflies. One of them has like a snowflake or an ice thing, you know? These mugs, yeah, super dad. Obviously that's what you say because he's really a super dad. This one for the little girl, all about girls, and this is about grizzly, whatever. Do you know how much these cups were, you guys? Each one of these cups here, you guys, yeah, they were so reasonably priced. They were only like 50 cents for one piece. Now that is what I call a shopping haul. A true shopping haul. That's, you know, just a fantastic way to save money. Then I also bought some other things in addition to the cups, bowls and plates. Let's move those ones aside. Now I just need to wash them. All right. Okay, don't see my key behind. Okay, so the other things I bought, all these things that you see, guys, that I bought here, are only £3. So reasonable. I don't even know why we spend so much money. You know, we Africans, we really need to think twice. I told you my mom, she taught me how to save. This is how you save. You save on the things that you don't need to worry too much about. Things like what you're going to drink with at home. Those days that you have visitors' cups, they're over. Nowadays, you just want a cup. Either you want a small one or a big one, a happy one, something with a pretty whatever. This is only 50 cents. 50 cents. Why should I pay more money for a silly cup? Where am I going to go with it? Who's going to see me with it? Okay, then I also went and bought something else. I bought myself a very warm jumper. You see this jumper? Yeah, that's a jumper for the house. You know, a jumper for the house. This one only costs me how much? £3. This is £3. £3 is 3 times 150 Kenya shillings. 450 for this one. All right, and then I got some top. I got a top, very pretty top. Look at the quality of that stuff. To get this kinds of quality is very, very expensive. If you look at them, yeah, soft, very, very soft woolly things. This one is another, how much is it? £3. This is also £3. Everything is £3 in these shops. And some of these charity shops are very expensive, but this particular one is not. Something kind of similar. This must have been somebody who liked this kinds of stuff. This one looks a slightly older one, but it doesn't really matter because you see I'll be wearing it in the house. Yeah. This one again is only £3. Yeah. And then I got a white top. This, I don't know why these tops always show up in charity shops. They always have mabiridi. They have frills and stuff like that, you see. Yeah, but it's cute, isn't it? Yeah. So that's another top, another £3. So how much have you seen so far? That's like about 4 tops for the 4 things for £3 or £3.50. We're only at £12 plus the things I bought there. Okay, so that's £4 plus, I don't know, no. So that's £12 there plus over here £3, isn't it? Yeah, that comes to top plus 3 is how much? Okay, why can't I count? 15 pounds. Okay, and then another top here. This one is really pretty. And the material is kind of, you know, light and cute. Very, very cute. Light. Kabisa light. This one is how much? This one is also £3. All of them are £3, £3. And then I got a sweater. You know, just, you know, these sweaters that you get, which you just like kind of, they're open. They're kind of just open. You know, you see them. They have pockets. They have pockets in the front. How do I show you so that you can see? That kind of a sweater. Yeah. So I got that sweater. £4. It's long. Very long. Yeah. Nice one. £4. And then I got a top, which I thought was pretty cute. This one is size 14. They say size 14, but it's actually a big 14. It's quite big. But you see it's got kind of like, it looks like African print or something. African animal print. You can wear this one nicely with tights, you know. You can wear these very comfortably with tights. So I got that. Then I also got my final thing which I really, really need, is a raincoat. A raincoat. And I've been really, really looking, trying to see where I can get myself a raincoat. Got myself a beautiful, beautiful pink raincoat. Very beautiful raincoat. And the lady who sold it to me, she told me that she has 2 of them. She has a white one and a pink one. This one is £7, okay? Of course, you know, raincoats will always be a bit more expensive. It's a slightly bigger size than me. This is like a size 20. I think I'm a size 18, you know? But it's pretty nice. It's got pockets. You see the way it is? Yeah? Imagine getting all this stuff. I think I paid... So, I have got stuff for my kitchen. I have got stuff for wearing. And I only paid £32, guys. The other day I went shopping for my shoes. 1 pair of shoes is like £38, £40 for 1 shoe. I bought all these things for my kitchen, clothing, for only £32. Now I came home feeling good. Yeah, very good. And to top it all off, I want to give you guys a hint for your, let's turn it a bit. I want to give you guys a hint for your health. I also bought organic milk. Nowadays, I'm trying to eat healthy, which is, you know, important. So I found something called organic milk. And I found it, and it's by Yeo. Yeo, actually, they make yogurts a lot and ice creams and things like that. They're almost like, in Kenya, we have a company like that. I can't remember the name of that company, but they also have very quality yogurts and things like that. And I think it's almost kind of like in the same idea, the same brand idea. So I got that milk, and I'll go and get a packet so that you can see what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, guys, that's Yeo Valley milk, okay? Yeo Valley organic milk. It's not cheap. It's almost £3. It's almost £3 for this by itself. But it's quality stuff. It is so expensive. It's like about £3 for this. And usually, you know, we buy this kind of milk maybe for like about £1, £1.50. It's like double the price of normal milk. Me, I'm anti-GMO, as you know. So me, you know, I'm very careful. I want to try and eat as much organic as possible. Like we eat organic eggs, try to drink organic milk. If you're drinking a lot of cereal and things like that, I suggest that you buy this Yeo Valley milk if you're in the UK, yeah? Because it's organic and you'll actually feel so different. When you make tea with it, it's a very creamy milk. For those of you who like creamy. But actually they also have milk which is not as creamy as this. Me, I usually buy this blue one. You can also get the green one, which is I think like semi-skimmed or something like that, if you don't like fatty milk. But you know, it's not, but what I think is that if you are going to drink a product from an animal, it's better to drink it as it is, the way it is in nature. It's like, for example, buying eggs without the egg yolk. The egg yolk is the fatty part, yeah? So it's good to eat things the way they are in nature, because I believe the body is actually created to recognize everything in nature in its natural form. So when you start removing things like that from it, the best thing is maybe eat less. Maybe eat less of it. So that was my day today, guys, so far. And now I'm going to sit down on my comp and start getting ready for work, because I'm trying to get ready for a new assignment. I hope you enjoyed my chat today about my driving test and what I did to make myself feel better, go shopping, and I feel really good. So in the end, I'm winning. Yeah. So I'm still looking for another booking. And this time I might actually try going to Newport. Maybe Newport is my luck. Yeah? I'll try to go to Newport and see maybe if I can get at least a place to do the test. Yeah. But I have my international license because I passed my test ages ago. So let me just keep on trying to pass this particular one for the UK, because I need to get that driving license. Okay guys, so let's say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed my chat today. If you want to see what I'm wearing, that's fine, you can. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed my chat today. I got myself also some new jeans. I hope you like them. See, look hot. Madame here. Ako hapa, Madame hips. Yuko tuko. And on that note, goodbye. Bye-bye. Talk to you guys next time. I'm going to try to do videos as often as I can, you know. And when I talk to you, I feel better. Actually, I feel like I'm talking to imaginary people. But you're actually there. So thank you so much for subscribing. All you new subscribers, welcome. Please remember to subscribe, like and share my videos, and let's get it to 1,000. When are we going to get to 1,000? People have got to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 100,000, and your more on the go is still here, under 1,000. Come on guys, let's subscribe and bring me up. Yeah, bring me up. I'd appreciate that. Alright, but you know very well, I don't do this for views. I do this because it's my passion. It's just fun. I enjoy doing it. Okay, I don't do it for the number. I don't do it for YouTube. I do it because I enjoy it and because I like talking to you guys, and I like to empower people, and I like to make people happy, smile, learn, etc. So before I ramble on, bye bye. Love you very much. Toodoo.